If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Okay, we gotta talk about Lil Uzi and the Pink Tape again, because this project has been promised and we've been waiting for it for the longest time. And there have been some interesting developments recently that kind of hint at a possible release date of still this year, mainly also because they said that it was gonna drop this year. But let's break this down and let's get straight into it. So about a month ago, Uzi released his latest single, Just Wanna Rock. And this has been a little snippet that's been going viral on TikTok already. And when this dropped, we kind of thought that this was the beginning of the Pink Tape rollout. Mainly also because he had a music video filming for it in New York, where there were videos of it where he basically shut down the whole city. So we know the music video is coming, which is likely another effort to promote that song, which would also be a possibility that that song will be on the Pink Tape and will be one of the first singles off of there, which would definitely give it a huge boost because the song already has almost 50 million on Spotify within a month. That is pretty crazy, especially for just a little snippet like that. So we all thought that this was the beginning of the rollout and that it was going to come sometime in October. Now, I quickly want to mention and throw this in there that the last we've heard from Uzi was this summer with the Red and White EP that dropped exclusively on SoundCloud first and then made its way over to streaming with a couple of songs removed on there, which was basically just a collection of leaks, snippets that we've had before. But the interesting part about it, and this is kind of like what people were getting at, is that obviously it's a reference to the Pink Tape because it's called Red and White, and if you mix the two colors, red and white, you get pink. So that was kind of like what he was getting at with that tape. I just wanted to mention that because that was also like one of the first hints earlier this year, before the single Just Wanna Rock, that this thing was gonna come. But let's continue in the script. Next up, I want to share with y'all some info that we got on, how many snippets are gonna be on the actual Pink Tape, because as I just said, the white and red, or red and white, however which way it was basically all snippets. And for that, we have a conversation on Instagram that the fan page Uzi Updates, which you might know is actually pretty big. I saw some of y'all like it already. I see, for example, Hutchie liked this. Shout out to Hutchie if you're watching this. But they shared a conversation, a direct message with Uzi, where Uzi said, honestly, like for real, none of the snippets on album, only like one. So basically saying that there's only going to be one snippet on the album. And so the fan page said, so are you done with the Pink Tape and you're just waiting now, or you're still trying to finish it? Because I know you've been hiding a lot of good music, which is pissing me off. And then Uzi replied, hiding in plain sight. And then the page again wrote, there are certain snippets though, seriously, I'm not even joking or glazing, I'm telling you they got potential. And he again liked this message with a heart. So we can tell that he's tapped into what the fans want. He says there's only going to be one snippet on the entire tape, which we can kind of speculate about which one it is. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. But it's kind of like, he wants this to be more exclusive. He did say hiding in plain sight. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Maybe that's some, stuff that we just got to figure out later on. But this is the info we got on the basically how many snippets are going to be on this thing. Next up, I want to share with y'all some, stuff about features that might possibly be on the record, because Don Cannon, who was executive producing the album and also in charge of Uzi's label, has said some kind of contradictory stuff about this. For example, at one point, now this was a bit earlier on this year, I think like 2 months ago, something like that, he wrote 2022, I can't tell you the month, but close to being done. Not gonna lie, this tape is close to Love Is Rage 2. Kaylee is not mixing, I am. No features, all Uzi. So basically confirming that there are going to be no features on the Pink Tape. It's almost going to be as good as Love Is Rage 2, and it's just going to be him. No features, just Uzi. But then later on, and this is kind of interesting, he said some contradictory stuff about this, because when Hip Hop DX picked this up and posted it on Instagram, and they said that, there's not going to be any guest appearances, Don Cannon replied to this again and said, there are some. And fans are very rightly so confused about which way it is now. Are there going to be features or are there not going to be features? So it's really up in the air if there are going to be any features on this. this album. Now, what's also interesting is that we also, for example, have snippets out there from Uzi that are rock. You know, they're not like anything that he's done before. They're rock, and there's been rumors about a possible rock album too. So that is still out there. That is likely not going to be the Pink Tape, but I just wanted to put that in there because we might also get another rock project after the Pink Tape or before or with it. I don't know which way it's going to be, but it's out there. The same goes for the collaborative tape with Yeat that they've been teasing at for quite some time. Uzi obviously being featured on, Two Alive, the deluxe, and also on his latest, Life tape on Flawless, which is an amazing, song. And obviously the infamous picture of the two of them on Yeat's Instagram. And most recently, Yeat was featured on Complex's Goat Talk, and on there he said that him and Uzi have over 200 songs unreleased. So there's a great possibility that we got 3 projects out there right now. We got the Pink Tape, we got the rock album, and we got the Yeat collaborative album. Now, obviously, that is just speculation. I wanted to put that in there because sometimes people get it mixed up with what is going on the Pink Tape, what's up with those snippets that we hear, or with the Yeat album. Those are 3 different things as of right now. Obviously, we don't know what Uzi's going to do. Now, to answer the question whether this album is actually still going to drop in 2022, they did announce it for 2022. Originally, they were saying that it's going to come out in 2022, but it's not looking good. A lot of people were hoping for October, but after October kind of, came and went and nothing happened except for the Just Wanna Rock single, which did kind of give us a glimmer of hope. We kind of lost hope because right now there are only 2 Fridays left in November that he can drop on. For example, we have the 18th, obviously, but Roddy is dropping tonight, so I don't think there's a great possibility that Yeat is just surprise dropping. And we have next Friday, which is the 25th, which could be a possibility. But after that, it's really not looking too good because in December, you don't really want to release a lot of music because a lot of Christmas music, for example, is getting played, and you just don't want to compete with that. Even though a couple of artists have already pushed their albums back to December, so maybe Uzi will do something like that. But we all thought it was going to come before December, but it is what it is. We gotta wait now. So that's all the updates we have right now for the Pink Tape by Lil Uzi. Let me know any more info that you guys have and you guys want to share with the community and share with the fans in the comments, because that's always the greatest part about this. Y'all posting stuff in the comments, correcting me, adding stuff like that. So anything you got on this, your theories, your info, your thoughts and opinions, all of it, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.